SCDF, the St. Martin Carnival Development Foundation, we approached each other and it was agreed upon that the Calypso Finals, the show of the Calypso Finals, will be outsourced to me. I've formed a Calypso Organizing Committee, as we refer to it, for the time being, and we are now charged with organizing the Calypso Finals show, the Nagico Calypso competition. What we're doing is we're not making big changes, but there are several changes which will enhance the Calypso competition and will enhance Calypso as an art form on St. Martin. First of all, we are bringing back the Calypso tents. We're going to have our first Calypso tent during the Friendside Carnival. The Carnival Committee on the Friendside have already given us their blessings and have given us a night to host a Calypso tent over there. So what's going to happen, those Calypsonians who have signed up for the 2017 Calypso Finals, they can compete or they can perform in the tent. Then we'll have our next tent in March at a venue to be announced. And then we'll have the Nagico Calypso Eliminations and of course the Nagico Calypso Finals. We are hoping that Nagico will come on board with us with the Calypso tent as they already sponsor the Calypso competition. So as a matter of fact, it is dubbed the Nagico Calypso Eliminations and the Nagico Calypso Finals. We also intend to introduce new prizes. In addition to the second runner-up, the first runner-up, and the Monarch, we also intend to have a prize for the most progressing Calypsonian. We also want to have a prize for the most amicable Calypsonian. Now that prize will be chosen amongst the Calypsonians themselves and by the band members, who was the most amicable Calypsonian. We'll also have the most improved or the most progressed Calypsonian, and we will have the most popular Calypsonian. So those Calypsonians who do not make it to the finals can still win a prize of most amicable. The most popular and the most progressive will of course be decided amongst Calypsonians making it to the finals. So those are some of the plans that we have. We also want to change the judging system. We are not going to change the criteria, but we are going to adjust the judging system. At the moment, what you have is a number of judges judge the Calypsonia in all segments, whether it's the lyrics, the presentation, the melody, the rendition, etc. What we are going to do now is we're going to get a number of judges who are specialized in lyrics, and they will judge the lyrics. We'll get some judges who are specialized in the music. They will judge the music and the rendition and that sort of thing. Then we'll have people who are very well versed in presentation. They will judge the presentation. The points will be accumulated, and based on the outcome, we will decide who wins or who places where and so on. We intend to use that both in the elimination and in the finals. Then, of course, we signed the agreement with the SCDF, and during that signing, the Calypso Monarch was present, and upon her request, she asked if we can organize Calypso workshops in which we will deal with how to write a good Calypso and how Calypso is judged, because the best way you could perform is if you know exactly how you are being judged. What are the judges looking for? What do they expect of the artist? And once we have that put in place, the Calypsonians will be a part of it, and those folks who we are looking at as potential judges for the competition will also be invited to the workshop. And in that workshop, we will discuss how the Calypsos will be judged, what to look for, how to look for it, how to find it. And then the Calypsonians will be taught how to write a good Calypso. So all of this we are doing to enhance the art form, bring it back to where it used to be, and to increase the interest in Calypso, not only by the Calypsonians, but by the public, the general public. We are going to see if we could get the newspapers to assist with playing the music on the air, And then the Calypsonians also have this unique opportunity to perform without being in a competition. So all of this is to bring up interest in Calypso. We welcome the ladies that we have had joining the Calypso, coming into the Calypso arena recently. But now we want to see young people, younger people coming in, because the art form has to live. So if the young people join in, of course, that guarantees longevity of the art form.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEB.
Life is a journey, full of connections. You're in safe hands, even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there, because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
Our social esteem and inclusion cluster covers topics related to our AOV, pension, our health, the latter with specific suggestions to finally resolve the financial problems of the hospital, or to embrace the digital health, e-health, as part of our future. For social housing, again, social housing is a very, very critical issue here facing our people and also our elderly. For social housing, the question is, how social? Because the practice nowadays does not comply with that aspect. How social? And embracing innovative ideas that work, resulting in a better quality for a considerable low price, including education for our locals. For youth development, we have specific suggestions relating to the assessment among communities, sports, entertainment, and arts, as well as for the so-called indecisive youth. Our fifth cluster tackles the environment with a dump, as we mentioned in previous releases, the dump being our main objective to eradicate. The next generation of St. Martiners must not grow up or grow old seeing that dump still in the middle of our center. our city center. The PPA will solve this once and for all through our scan, screen, and implement design, next to other issues such as having a sewage and environmental involvement, ecotourism, and education. All of it is interconnected. Our final cluster, efficiency and effectiveness, highlights again the scan, screen, and implement design, which should not take more than 6 months. We have identified the areas. It's a question, once in office, is to implement this design and get it rolling. This design will show that everything is connected. Next to the engines of economic growth, optimizing our basic needs is crucial. Better quality for a lower price is possible. And well-being, positively. Unbearable prices could become history while creating permanent local economic activities and value. Prioritizing and implementing these opportunities will have a huge impact on jobs, security, crime, health, and so forth. This is a short-term, mid-term, and long-term process, as outlined in our manifesto. It's a strategy for the next 10 years and beyond, aiming at creating full employment. Government and the private sector both need to create and stimulate that entrepreneurial spirit while making integrity a state policy and stimulating local and foreign investments. That was missed in one of our previous statements where erroneously in one of the media it was stated that we do not want direct foreign investment. And an island, a country, big or small, cannot survive without also having direct foreign investment. Building strong relationships with our allies, for example, the Netherlands and the European Union, is also part of our strategy to build a strong, stable, and secure St. Martin. And as for the PPA itself, of course, we are going to create our own training institute to further strengthen our political institution. Dear citizens, in our manifesto, we have put extra emphasis on what I call the youth and the youthful. Time has come to create a legacy we can all be proud of. And this is our journey, and this is your journey.
Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you Be Sure? Be Sure.
Bob, I can understand why you're parking so carefully. Of course, when you can get 80% discount on your Be Sure car insurance. But that's overdoing it, Bob.
Are you Be Sure? Be Sure.
Yeah!
Here we go! This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that have come to last. Here's to living in the now.
When you can afford what you crave, life just gets so
So
good.
alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey, I'm gonna live my
KFC. So good for everyone.
These are the doors that never close. These are the hands that make a difference. These are the walls that could tell countless stories of helping and healing, of storms weathered, of change and growth, of a place where life begins, where hearts are mended, and where hope grows stronger. For more than a quarter of a century, the physicians, medical professionals, and staff of St. Martin Medical Center have combined advanced medical technology and compassionate care to bring a world of medicine to our friends, neighbors, and visitors to the island of St. Martin we all call home. As proud as we are of what we have accomplished, we believe there is still much work to do to continue a proud tradition of providing everyone in our community with the latest technology, the best medicine, and the most exceptional care. St. Martin Medical Center, celebrating 25 years of serving, caring, healing.
While the subject is very interesting and it's what's playing now in the international media, I think we have to admit a subject that we have been avoiding for the longest time, that racism also exists in St. Martin, and there are people, because of their hue, their color, their hue, and whatever have you, find themselves, believe themselves to be in a position of privilege and entitlement. And I think the next discussion should be that black ownership, so that people in this country will also own at least 1% of this economy, because today we're the only people that are left out. Secondly, I would like to also have the panel address the issue of how can you equate friendliness with stupidity? Thank you.
And keeping with the topic at hand, Black Lives Matter, I would like to ask the panel if they would like to share their opinion of what they see as a positive eventuality from this movement. Because of course we can all predict that chaos is going to break out. We can predict that this one is going to end up killing this one. This group will end up killing this group or whatever. And some people have already predicted since 2 years back that what is happening now with the cops was going to happen, and it's happening. So do you guys have a positive prediction of what will eventually come out of this movement in relation to the States, and of course here, because we tend to follow the trends, and the trends tend to trickle down from there, come here.
Some people might think that since we have such this hype of Black Lives Matter, it might just eventually die down, and then we all forget about it. And then maybe come 15, 20 years later, something else happens again, and then we have another slogan, you know? So, to answer your question, I don't know what the answer is. I hope something, in my opinion, I hope something comes of this. I mean, because we have now leaders, whether in sports, politicians now are stepping up with the Black Lives Matter movement. And that is very important to see an athlete, whether it's LeBron James or Carmelo Anthony, risk their endorsement deals, risk their contracts to come up front and say what they have to say. And Carmelo Anthony said, listen, I don't know if you guys follow sports, he said, it has to stop now. And he's taking a stand. And he got LeBron James involved, he got Dwayne Wade involved, he got Chris Paul involved. And if you saw the ESPYs, which was last week, they opened up the ESPYs with those 4 guys dressed in black in their suits, and they each gave a speech on Black Lives Matter and what needs to be done in the community, what needs to be done with the police officers, what we need to do as black people to keep this movement going. Just don't let it die. Just don't everybody wear the shirt, preach it, fist up in the air. We have to keep it moving. So to answer your question once again, I hope and I pray that we can keep this going and this doesn't die down.
And a big problem with that situation was they felt that there weren't enough minorities that were being nominated for awards for their excellence in entertainment. And this is why Hollywood remains predominantly white. They're now changing the board. to be more reflective of the community of the United States. And just now they said the Emmys is one of the most diverse nominated Emmys that they've ever had. So it's not just Black Lives Matter. There's been a series of tiny movements that have been going on in the US. And with these tiny movements, I think if they stayed focused, a lot of positivity comes out. When it comes to Black Lives Matter, that's why I said that I think it's really important to keep the focus on why it started. It started because of the police brutality. It's out of control. It's been out of control for over 20 years. But now because we have cell phones, we can videotape things, we have playback, and we can firsthand experience what these people are going through in the US, people are getting outraged. And if we keep the focus to having accountability for law enforcement, I think the positive change that comes out of there is a restructuring of how the United States handles their law enforcement. And with that restructuring, there'll be less violence. There'll be less disproportionate blacks in jail. There'll be less people in jail. I'd like to see a situation where they're closing down jails as opposed to expanding them. And that kind of change could be major for the society, because with those kind of changes comes the reflection in the media. No longer can you just automatically cast a black man as the thug. You're gonna have to cast him as the banker and make it a normal thing and not make it a kind of like something that only happens in a Tyler Perry movie thing. You know, so there's a lot of good that can happen, and there's a lot of good that is happening. It's just change is slow, and we might be slow to recognize that there are little small movements going, and things I think will be a lot different 10 years from now. And we'll be looking back at this being, yeah, you guys remember that craziness? Thank goodness it got a little bit better, and hopefully we can keep on that trajectory to the point where everybody feels like they're free to live in the world in safety and comfort.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Another issue that we would want to just share with you is that of same-sex marriage. Guys, I know you were ready to ask me that during the question and answer period. So I want you to know that as a party, and when we're in government, we reach out. We love every citizen, anyone, LBGT also, their community. They need to be treated just like everyone else. They have the rights, human rights. They need protection. However, our belief on marriage is according to what the Bible tells us and what are in the laws of this country. The law says that a marriage is a union between a man and a woman. That's our current law. So up front, we want you to know we will not be championing changing that law for St. Martin. So you just need to know that we're not here to throw things out of the window and to change things and for it to become a Christian state. We're here to ensure that the people of this island can live in peace and safety and develop to their fullest potential in this country, and we're here to help them. That's why our slogan is, we're here to serve.
High Season 2016 runs the 9th of September through the 16th. From the 9th through the 12th, we are going to be offering the Certified Hospitality Educator certification. And that certification is from the American Hotel and Lodging Association. We are also going to be offering the Certified Guest Service Professional certification, also offered by the American Hotel and Lodging Association. You know, it's interesting. I always tell people medical doctors get their licenses from the Medical Association, and attorneys get their certification or pass the bar from the Bar Association. When you are a professional in hospitality or an educator in hospitality, our staple comes from the American Hotel and Lodging Institute. We currently have Erwin Waltis, who holds a CHE on campus, who will be facilitating the CSGP certification. And I was recently appointed 3 weeks ago as a global trainer for American Hotel and Lodging Association, one of 13 in the world. So the USM Shell is very proud that we'll be able to offer the CHE for the very first time on the beautiful island of St. Martin. In addition to the CHE and the CSGP, we will be offering approximately 25 trainings of vast variety for professionals, business owners, individuals in insurance, individuals in banking, individuals in the car rental business, topics such as customer service versus customer care, accounting principles, understanding the internet, business writing, also accountability as an employee, and also offering supervisory training as well as opportunities for managers to learn about mentoring and coaching. So a diverse opportunity for individuals of all different professional backgrounds to participate in a conference that gives you practically everything that you want to know to pursue your career and to operate a level of excellence within any organization that you're a part of.